Oh my gosh, very good.
Let's make a spinach and mushroom ravioli from scratch. First, we're going to start by slicing brown mushrooms, spinach, and mincing shallot. There's my husband.
Now we're going to start the dough, which is the very fun part and a little messy. You're going to go ahead and do 2 cups of flour and half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to give that a really good stir. So once you've done that, you're going to make a nice little well in the middle of your flour and crack 3 big eggs inside. And we're going to slowly add, with our hands, the flour into the eggs until a nice shaggy dough forms. So once a shaggy dough, just like this, has started to form, we're going to go ahead and lay it onto a floured surface. And we're going to knead this around for about 8 to 10 minutes until a really nice dough has formed. And while you're working it around, if it still seems a little bit dry, go ahead and add a teaspoon of water at a time just to get it all into a nice dough shape. But you don't want to make it too watery because then you'll have to start over. I'm going to end up making just everything from scratch. Like, follow me. So once your dough starts to look like this, nice and smooth and elastic, we're going to go ahead and put it in some plastic wrap and let it sit on the counter at room temperature for about 30 to 60 minutes while we make all the inside filling.
Now we're going to heat up all the filling ingredients until everything is nice and cooked. There's my dogs. We'll also be adding garlic, salt, pepper, and a pinch of nutmeg.
All right, so once our filling has started to cool down, we're going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of ricotta cheese. It's okay, it's a little extra. And then also 1/4 cup of Parmesan. We love cheese, so if it's a little extra, that's fine. Then once you've added the cheese, we're going to go ahead and give it a nice stir and add salt and pepper to your taste preference. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and roll out our dough. You want it to be about 1/4 inch thick, and we're going to cut the dough in half so that we have a top and a bottom to our ravioli. While you're using one dough, keep the other one covered. And be sure to really flour your surface and your rolling pin so that the dough doesn't stick while you're rolling it out. Once you've got your dough rolled out about as thin as you think you should, go ahead and make it. We're going to add about a teaspoon of our filling to each little pocket. Give yourself room because we're going to make crimped sides. So this is going to make about 11 raviolis. So if you're feeding a lot of people, you might want to double or triple the recipe. But we have everything spooned out, and now we're going to go ahead and make the top. So you're going to do just like you did on the bottom, roll it out, and then we'll come back and assemble it. And while you're finishing rolling out your top dough, go ahead and start some water boiling on the stove. Add a little bit of salt to it, so then once you're done assembling everything, it can go in there and start to boil. Once you have your dough about the shape that you need it, you're going to go ahead and take some water or egg wash, and you're going to make it just a little bit of a square or a circle around your filling. That way, whenever you put the top on, it sticks to it so that it makes the ravioli shape. All right, so once you've got everything covered, we're going to go ahead and make sure that all of the dough pinches together around our filling. We want to get it really nice and tight so that the filling doesn't come out when we start to boil it. Once you've got the filling all nice in a little pocket, go ahead and take a pizza cutter and just cut around each little ravioli. And then we're going to take a fork and crimp the sides all the way around so that it's nice and pretty and stays together. When you're cutting your ravioli, if you get them a little bit too full, just kind of squeeze the dough and so it pinches out so that you're able to close it around the filling. All right, so once you've crimped everything, they should look like this, like little Pop-Tarts actually. But we're going to go ahead and put these in the boiling water. And the way you'll know that they're done is that they start to float and they're pretty tender, just like any other pasta. Also want to do these in small batches as well so that they don't stick together while they're boiling.
Now we're going to start the Alfredo sauce by melting butter, garlic, putting heavy cream in, about 2 cups, salt, pepper, and letting it simmer. You want it to get kind of thick before you add the Parmesan. If you have a little bit of filling left, just go ahead and add that into your sauce.
I'll go ahead and add a little bit of Parmesan on top, and let's try it. Very, very good. Thank you for watching Cooking with Katie. If you like this recipe, please like, follow, share so that we can make more. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.